Consumer Reports just dropped their latest reliability ratings, and 7 SUVs scored so high they're calling them near perfect. But here's what's insane. 3 of these weren't even on anyone's radar 6 months ago. One of them has a hidden engineering secret that's making German automakers lose sleep at night. And the number 1 pick? It's not the SUV you think it is. In fact, most people walk right past it at dealerships without a second glance. Stay until the end, because the final SUV on this list has a feature that mechanics say shouldn't even be possible at this price point. And I'm going to show you exactly why Consumer Reports ranked it above vehicles that cost twice as much. Plus, there's one mistake 80% of buyers make when choosing between these 7, and it's costing them thousands. Number 7. The Mazda CX-50. Most people think Mazda can't compete with the big players. They're wrong. The CX-50 just earned a 91 reliability score from Consumer Reports, and here's the twist. It's built in Alabama, not Japan. But that's not the story. The story is what Mazda did to the engine. They took their SkyActiv technology and added something unexpected, a manufacturing process borrowed from luxury watchmakers. Every engine component is measured to tolerances most automakers don't even attempt. What no one expected? 0. That's the number of catastrophic engine failures reported in the first year. 0 transmission replacements. 0 electrical system meltdowns. In an era where new SUVs are basically computers on wheels that break down like laptops, the CX-50 runs like a mechanical Swiss watch. But here's where it gets interesting. Mazda deliberately kept the tech simple. No massive touchscreen taking over the entire dashboard. No subscription required for remote start. They focused on one thing, making every single component last. And owners are reporting something bizarre. The vehicle actually feels tighter and more solid after 30,000 miles than when they drove it off the lot. The interior? That's where Mazda played a different game. While other brands are cramming in cheap plastic and calling it modern minimalism, the CX-50 has materials you'd find in vehicles costing $15,000 more. Real stitching, actual sound dampening, a cabin so quiet that owners say they can hear their heartbeat at highway speeds. But there's a catch, and it's one most buyers discover too late. Number 6. The Subaru Outback Wilderness. Everyone knows Subaru builds reliable vehicles, but the Outback Wilderness isn't just reliable, it's borderline indestructible. Consumer Reports gave it a 93, and here's what makes that number terrifying for competitors. This SUV was torture tested in conditions that would kill most vehicles. Death Valley heat, Alaska cold. The kind of off-road terrain that breaks axles and dreams. It survived everything. The secret? Subaru learned from their mistakes. Remember the head gasket issues that plagued them for years? They rebuilt the entire engine block from scratch, new metallurgy, new sealing technology. They even changed how the coolant flows through the block. And then they did something no one talks about. They tested each engine for 200 hours straight before installation. Not a sample, every single engine. What mechanics are noticing is even stranger. The Outback Wilderness has fewer parts than its competitors. Subaru deleted entire systems that other brands rely on, replacing complexity with simplicity. Fewer parts means fewer failures. It's the opposite of how modern vehicles are designed. But here's the pattern break. This thing gets better gas mileage than SUVs with half its capability. How? Subaru won't say exactly, but insiders hint at a transmission mapping algorithm that borders on artificial intelligence without actually being AI. It learns how you drive and adjusts shift points in real time, but unlike other smart transmissions, this one never guesses wrong. And the most shocking part? It holds its value better than luxury SUVs that cost twice as much. But what no one expected is coming next. Number 5. The Honda CR-V Hybrid. Honda hybrids are reliable. Everyone knows this. But the CR-V Hybrid is doing something that has engineers from Toyota quietly requesting vehicles for teardown analysis. It scored a 94 from Consumer Reports, and that number hides an engineering miracle. The hybrid system. It's running backwards compared to everyone else. Most hybrids use the engine as primary power and the electric motor as assist. Honda flipped it. The electric motor does most of the work, and the gasoline engine only kicks in when absolutely necessary. Sounds simple, but here's the twist. This design eliminates the traditional transmission entirely. No gears, no clutch packs, no transmission fluid to change every 60,000 miles. What does this mean in the real world? Owners are reporting 40 miles per gallon in mixed driving, not highway cruising, not hypermiling, normal driving. And the system is so smooth that passengers can't tell when the engine starts or stops. It's like the vehicle is reading their mind. But there's something Honda isn't advertising. The battery warranty? It's longer than the warranty on the entire vehicle. Why would Honda do this? Because they know something about battery degradation that other manufacturers are still figuring out. They're so confident in this system that dealers are seeing almost zero hybrid component failures. And the interior space? This is where physics seems to break. The CR-V hybrid has more cargo room than the non-hybrid version. Most hybrids sacrifice space for batteries. Honda packed the batteries under the floor and actually increased interior volume. It's like they found extra dimensions. But here's what mechanics whisper about in service bays. This vehicle is too reliable. Service departments are losing money because CR-V hybrid owners only come in for oil changes. But the next one changes the game entirely. Number 4. The Lexus NX 350h. Lexus has always been reliable, but the NX 350h is operating on a different level. Consumer Reports gave it a 95, a score that's almost unheard of for a first-generation vehicle with this much technology. And here's what makes that score disturbing. This SUV is packed with tech that should be braking constantly. Adaptive suspension, digital mirrors, a touchpad interface that owners say actually works. How is this possible? Lexus did something radical. They delayed the launch by 11 months. Not because of supply chain issues, because during testing, they found 17 different ways the vehicle could fail in the first 50,000 miles. So they redesigned 17 different systems. From scratch. The vehicle you can buy today is essentially the second generation of a vehicle that never officially had what a first generation. The hybrid system is borrowed from Toyota's Industrial Equipment Division, not from their vehicle division, from the forklifts and industrial machinery that run 24/7. In warehouses. They took that bulletproof technology and adapted it for the NX. The result? A hybrid system that's overbuilt for automotive use. It's like using tank armor to protect a bicycle. But here's the detail that makes no sense. The NX 350h is faster than the non-hybrid version. Most hybrids sacrifice performance for efficiency. This one delivers both. 0 to 60 in 6.8 seconds while returning 39 miles per gallon. And owners report that the performance doesn't degrade over time. At 50,000 miles, it's just as quick as day one. What Lexus won't tell you. The markup on this vehicle is surprisingly low for a luxury brand. They're practically selling it at cost to gain market share. Dealers are frustrated because there's less profit margin, but buyers are getting a luxury hybrid for near mainstream pricing. And the maintenance schedule reads like a fantasy. Oil changes every 10,000 miles. Transmission fluid, never. Brake pads? Owners are reporting 80,000 miles before replacement because the regenerative braking does most of the work. But the twist no one saw coming is next. Number 3. The Toyota Highlander Hybrid. 3-row SUVs are reliability nightmares. Everyone in the industry knows this. More weight, more stress, more complexity, more failures. Except the Highlander Hybrid scored a 96 from Consumer Reports. And that number is making every other 3-row manufacturer question their entire engineering philosophy. Toyota's secret. They didn't try to reinvent anything. They took technologies proven over millions of miles in the Prius and Camry hybrid and scaled them up. No experimental systems, no cutting-edge tech that sounds good in press releases but fails in driveways. Just proven components assembled with obsessive precision. But here's what makes the Highlander Hybrid terrifying for competitors. It's been in production since 2020, and there's still no pattern of significant failures. No recalls for major systems. No class action lawsuits. No angry owner forums filled with complaints about catastrophic breakdowns. In the automotive world, this level of reliability for a three-row hybrid is unprecedented. The build quality? There's a reason Toyota's manufacturing plants are studied like religious texts in business schools. Every Highlander hybrid goes through 847 quality checkpoints before leaving the factory. Not inspections, actual functional tests. They don't just look at the door seals, they test them with calibrated pressure sensors. They don't just check if the electronics work, they run diagnostic sweeps that would take a dealership technician 2 hours. What owners are discovering is even more bizarre. The vehicle feels more solid at 60,000 miles than many new SUVs feel on the showroom floor. Panel gaps don't change, road noise doesn't increase, the hybrid system doesn't lose efficiency. It's like the Highlander hybrid exists in a state of suspended animation where normal wear and tear doesn't apply. But here's the catch that most buyers miss. The Highlander hybrid holds its value so well that financing it long-term actually makes more financial sense than leasing. In 3 years, it'll be worth 70% of what you paid. Show me another three-row SUV that can make that claim. And the fuel economy for a vehicle this size? It's making full-size pickup owners weep. 35 miles per gallon in a three-row SUV that seats 8 people and tows 5,000 pounds. That's not an SUV. That's a magic trick. But what comes next will make you question everything you thought you knew about luxury SUVs. Number 2. The Acura MDX. Acura almost died as a brand 5 years ago. Boring designs, no identity, sales dropping. Then they released the new MDX, and suddenly Consumer Reports is giving it a 97. That's a score reserved for vehicles that essentially don't break. And here's what's shocking. The MDX is delivering near Lexus reliability at a price point that undercuts German luxury by $20,000. Honda, Acura's parent company, poured everything they learned from 40 years of engineering into this vehicle. The engine? It's a detuned version of the Type R performance engine, which means it's overbuilt for the MDX's power output. When an engine is only working at 70% of its capability, it lasts forever. This isn't an engine that's struggling, it's an engine that's barely trying. The transmission is where things get interesting. It's a 10-speed that other manufacturers license from Honda because their own transmissions keep failing. In the MDX, this transmission is so well tuned that owners forget it exists. Shifts are invisible, no jerking, no hunting for gears, no clunking when coming to a stop. It's the transmission equivalent of silence. But here's the secret: Acura doesn't advertise. The MDX shares almost nothing with the Honda Pilot despite being built on the same platform. Different suspension geometry, different sound insulation, different electronics architecture. They're cousins that grew up in different countries. The MDX is what Honda would build if they didn't have to hit mainstream price points. What's making mechanics talk is the service intervals. This vehicle asks for so little maintenance that service departments have created special reminder programs because owners literally forget it needs attention. First major service? 30,000 miles. Most luxury SUVs need significant maintenance by 15,000. And the tech? It actually works. The voice recognition understands normal speech. The navigation doesn't require a manual to operate. The smartphone integration doesn't randomly disconnect. In a world where automotive technology is usually 5 years behind consumer electronics, the MDX feels contemporary. But here's what's blowing people's minds: the warranty. Acura is so confident in this vehicle that they extended the powertrain warranty without being asked. They're practically begging owners to test the limits. And the ride quality? Engineers say the suspension tuning took 2 years to perfect. 2 years. For a family SUV. The result is a vehicle that rides like a luxury sedan, but handles like it weighs half as much as it actually does. But the final one on this list changes everything you think you know about reliability. Before we get to number 1, understand this. Every vehicle we've covered so far earned scores between 91 and 97. Those are phenomenal numbers, class-leading numbers. Numbers that represent years of engineering excellence and manufacturing precision. The number 1 SUV scored a 98. Consumer Reports has only given a 98 to 3 SUVs in the last decade. This vehicle isn't just reliable, it's approaching automotive immortality. And the most shocking part, it's not a Toyota. It's not a Lexus. It's not even from a brand most people associate with reliability. And the secret to its near-perfect score? It's hiding in plain sight. And once you know it, you'll never look at SUVs the same way again. Number 1. The Mazda CX-90. Mazda. The brand that almost went bankrupt. The brand that was buying engines from Ford just to survive. That Mazda just built the most reliable 3-row luxury SUV on the market. Consumer Reports gave it a 98, and the automotive world is still trying to figure out how this is possible. Here's how. Mazda stopped trying to compete on technology and instead focused on perfection of basics. The CX-90 has a naturally aspirated inline-six engine, a design most brands abandoned years ago because it's expensive to manufacture. But natural aspiration means no turbochargers to fail, no intercoolers to leak, no complex boost control systems to malfunction, just pistons, valves, and precision. The transmission is an 8-speed from ZF, the same supplier that builds transmissions for BMW and Aston Martin. But Mazda did something clever. They detuned it. They're not extracting maximum performance. They're extracting maximum longevity. This transmission is working at 60% of its rated capacity, which means it'll outlast the vehicle itself. But here's the engineering miracle. The CX-90 is built on a rear-wheel drive platform with a longitudinal engine layout. That's the same configuration as a BMW X5 or Mercedes GLE, except the CX-90 costs $40,000 less. Mazda is delivering German engineering architecture with Japanese reliability and mainstream pricing. It's the automotive equivalent of finding a Rolex being sold for the price of a Timex. The interior is where Mazda made their statement: genuine maple wood trim, Napa leather on the seats, sound insulation so extensive that at 70 mph for on the highway, the interior measures 63 decibels, quieter than many luxury sedans. They benchmarked the Audi Q7 and the Volvo XC90, then built something that matches them in every measurable way while costing thousands less. What Consumer Reports found in their long-term testing is what makes that 98 score make sense. Nothing broke. Not minor things. Not major things. Nothing. The CX-90 crossed 30,000 test miles without a single unscheduled service visit. No warning lights. No weird noises. No issues at all. For a brand new vehicle with an entirely new platform and powertrain, that's unheard of. And here's what Mazda won't say in their marketing. They over-engineered this vehicle intentionally. The chassis is rated for forces it'll never experience on public roads. The cooling system can handle ambient temperatures this SUV will never see. Every component has margins built in that make normal use feel like gentle exercise. This vehicle isn't working hard. It's barely breaking a sweat. The final detail that makes mechanics shake their heads. The CX-90's maintenance schedule requires so little that Mazda had to create a special program to remind owners to bring it in. Service departments are frustrated because there's nothing to fix. Oil changes and tire rotations. That's it. For a 3-row luxury SUV. These 7 SUVs prove that reliability isn't luck. It's engineered. It's the result of companies that prioritize longevity over quarterly profits, function over flashiness, and precision over gimmicks. If you're in the market for an SUV that'll still be running perfectly when you're making the final payment, these are your choices. Consumer Reports has done the testing. The data is in. Now you know which ones will last. Hit that like button if this helped you dodge a bad purchase, and subscribe because I'm breaking down reliability data on every new vehicle release. The automotive industry doesn't want you to know which vehicles actually last, but I'm going to keep telling you anyway. Keep telling you anyway. Keep telling you anyway.